Hey cast iron fans, it's taco night in my house, and I'm going to show you guys how to do a real basic taco mix. Now I did steak tacos, that's steak tacos. We're going to do a ground beef taco here, and what I've got here is I think it was about 2.5 pounds of ground beef. You can use whatever kind of ground beef you want, and I'm going to show you how to do a real basic taco filling. I come from the theory that the filling of the taco shouldn't overshadow everything else in the taco. I don't like tacos where I bite in and all I can taste is this weird taco mix. I never use taco mix. This is how my mother made them. She was a little Hispanic lady from New Mexico, and it's a great base taco. You can add the taco meat. You can add stuff to this. You can do whatever you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a real straight basic. There's not even going to be any red chili in there. And the reason I don't add red chili is because I like the heat in my tacos and the spice in my tacos to come from the salsa. So we're ready to go. So what I have here is I've got my ground beef. I've got it set to a medium heat, and came right off the package. I haven't even broken it up. And I got it in my 12-inch lodge. We're going to be using a lid with this because we're not really going to fry this hard. We're going to slow cook this so that we render out as much fat as we can and get as much flavor in there, because I'm going to actually use that fat and all the liquid that forms to help kind of marinate the ground beef and really get the seasonings to penetrate it. And so here's what I'm going to do. I got my salt. I'm going to salt it, and I'm going to salt the whole thing. I'm just going to give it a coating of salt right now. Okay. And then I'm going to take my pepper and I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to use some fresh ground pepper. It's nice to have that little bit of bite in your in your taco filling. That way, if your salsa's not that hot, you can still get a little spice. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to add here, I'm going to do the same thing with garlic salt. And it looks like I'm putting a lot, but I'm not. And now I'm just going to cover it for a couple minutes just to kind of let it start to cook. Got my self-basting lid on there because I do want to have that moisture coming back down on my ground beef. And here in a few minutes, I'm going to break it up. Alright, let's take a look and see how we're doing. Looks good, looks good. So, I'm going to take a wooden spatula and I'm just going to start breaking this up. Okay. And this is, you know, kind of tedious, whatever, but I don't like the meat in my ground beef to be like, well, no deference to Taco Bell, but to be like their meat. I like it to have some texture to it, a little bit of chunk, so that when you bite into it, you get, you know you're biting into that. It's not just sort of blending in with everything else, because the meat itself is very tasty, even though we're not using it as the sort of the main flavor in the taco. Alright, we're pretty good there. And I'm going to keep doing this. I'm just going to keep stabbing at it with my spatula, cutting up all these little pieces, little chunks into smaller chunks until I get it to about where I want. And my chunks, when it comes out in the end, are going to range anywhere from, you know, little tiny pieces, of course, all the way up to probably about a ½ inch. That way they fit well into the shell, and you know, they're not so huge though that when you bite in, all you get is this big chunk of meat. That's pretty good right there. And so I'm just going to cover it again, get it on my burner, and I'm going to let it roll for probably another 2 or 3, 4 minutes. This is a slow cooking process. Usually takes me a total of about 20 minutes to make it. And you're cooking at such a low heat that it's almost impossible to burn it. And so this is, once again, just a little bit of patience in cast iron, and you won't have to worry about your food burning. Alright, let's see how we're doing. Ah, very nice. Oop, don't want to get my towel in there. Okay, I'm just going to set this over here. But we're doing good. Let's give it a stir. You'll notice we're getting a nice brown on the bottom. And then at the end is the real trick, because we have to drain the fat. That's what this is sitting here for. And you're going to see how to drain the fat out of a heavy, food-laden cast iron pan so that your taco meat isn't all greasy and makes your taco shells get all soft and soggy. Alright, let's take a look where we're at. Should be finished. It's been cooking about another 3 to 4 minutes. And yep, that is done. Okay, I got some browning. There's no red left. I got a nice boil in the fat and liquid at the bottom. Now, you'll notice, if you can see it, but I got a fair amount of liquid at the bottom of this pan. But before I pour it off, I want to taste my ground beef. So let's find a nice piece here and we're going to taste it. And then, if we need to season it some more, we can do it right now, give it a quick stir and a quick drain, and we're done. It needs salt and it needs a little bit of garlic salt. So, here's how I'm going to season it. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to put as much. This is seasoned to taste. I'm going to give that a stir. Alright, now let's give it a taste. Perfect. Let's take off our heat. And now the trick. We're going to drain this into this other pan. I'm going to put my lid on like this. On one side I'm going to use a little handle protector, and on the other side I'm just going to use a pot holder, and I'm just going to tip it. If I can get this one to do it the way I do it, actually I'm going to do it like this. Just make sure you press down real hard with your thumbs, and you have something there to protect you from the heat of the cast iron. And there it is. It's nice and dry, it's not too fatty. At any point during this cooking process you can add whatever you want. You can add onions to this. You can add, some people like to put a little bit of chopped up green onion in it. And of course powdered red chili. But like I said, I don't like it like that. I like just basic taco meat. I'm kind of a basic food guy like that. So let's make some tacos. Alright, so there you have it, all plated up. Two nice yummy beef tacos. We got some lettuce, tomato, cheese, and some cilantro salsa on there. But as you can see, everybody in the family, they've already been eating. I actually had to replate this because I ate the first ones that I ate. But I'm going to eat these two now. So go ahead and try it out at home. Hope everybody enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, guys.